We're back at 8:35 with On the Money and what you need to know at the end of the year to be ready for tax time.
And how you can get things in order to make doing your taxes easier. NBC News senior business correspondent Stephanie Ruhle is here with more. Steph, good morning. It's great to see you.
Great to see you guys. I know you're talking about all this fun New Year's stuff, and I'm here to tell you to eat your vegetables, but we got to do it. It's tax time.
Yeah, tax time means eating your vegetables. That's a great analogy. So I think a lot of people who are like me feel overwhelmed when they think about starting their taxes. Steph, so where do people start?
Well, think about 2021. You both know it was a massively complicated year. Well, guess what? It's going to be complicated for your taxes as well. Think about all the changes in your life this year. If you were out of work and you received unemployment, if you received a stimulus check, if you got the expanded child tax credit, these are all changes to the way you live, the way you work, the way you were paid, and it could impact your taxes. We know that some tax laws changed this year as well, so we've got to pay very close attention. And I want you to start with the basics. Set up an online account for yourself with the IRS. That way you can look at your statement from last year, understand what you made, what you paid. That'll help prepare you for this year. You also want to set up direct deposit with your bank or your credit card so you're paying directly. And more importantly, if you think you're getting a refund, that way you will get a direct deposit payment right into your account. That money will come to you quicker than old school in the mail, and I want you to get that money soon.
Steph, you mentioned all the changes, all those new programs that people are trying to keep track of. It's tough duty. How do you stay on top of all of that?
Old school. Shoebox is what some people go with. I go with one of those giant folders with lots of dividers in it. You got to get organized. So think about all the ways you were paid this year. Put some pay stubs in there when you get your W-2 form. If you did any freelance work and any tax forms associated with that, put that in there as well. And any other places, right? Money interest you could have paid on a savings or your mortgage interest, all that counts. And if you plan to itemize, let's say you're a freelance worker, you want to have all that information in there. If you were working from home and you got a new desk, a new computer, you need to have all of those receipts come filing time.
I love the idea of a shoebox, Steph. We're almost to the new year, but are there some steps that people can take in these waning days of 2021 to save some money?
Absolutely. Charitable contributions aren't just a good thing to do for your community, for society. It's a great way to get a deduction. For people who are doing standard deductions, old school way of doing your taxes, you can get $300 as an individual or $600 in deduction if you file as a couple. If you're doing itemized deductions this year, you can get even more if you give more money to charity. It's a positive thing to do, and it's a way to help with your taxes.
Steph,
also, I love the backdoor way Roth IRA. This is another type of retirement account. If you already have one, a way to contribute, you can take money from an existing retirement account, transfer it over. You'll pay some taxes on that right now, but in the long haul, it grows tax-free, and there's nothing better than your money growing tax-free.
Let me ask you about those child tax credit payments that you were talking about. $250 to $300 a month for millions of families in this country here. That may actually impact the way you file this year. What do you need to know if you receive those payments this year about how it'll affect your taxes?
All right, it's important because these expanded child tax credits were put in place in the middle of this year. So you might get an additional tax credit when you file your taxes, and that could be a positive. However, if you made more money than you thought you would, because the tax credit should be available to individuals making $75,000 or less, or if you file as a couple, $150,000 or less. Now, if you received those child tax credits over the last 6 months and you made more than that, you can end up owing to the IRS. So please pay close attention.
All right. Fantastic information. As always, Stephanie Ruhle, great to see you. Thank you.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year to you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.